Should I go in the
Yeah. You're in. It's going. There's 30 minutes, so quick.
Okay, alright, we're back at the Stour, stand up at the Stour. We're now going to the second half of the show. Before we go, I would just like to point out that Jake and James, they left. Oh, it's really upsetting. That's me trying to guilt trip all of you to stay till the end of the show. But yeah, we're going on to the second half now. I actually wanted to speak to a few of you about your New Year's resolutions. Does anyone have New Year's resolutions?
Get a new job.
Get a new job.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, he is not joking. He's not joking. Why? We love you here.
Oh, no, stop this. This is weird.
Okay, he definitely wants to leave. Any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
What's yours?
Get more fit.
Get more fit. Okay. I respect that. You know, I'm horrible with New Year's resolutions. I don't feel like there's anyone that's really good with New Year's resolutions. It's led to me, and I've tried different things. Like in the past, I wanted to lose weight. I was really heavy before, so I wanted to lose weight. But I found the trick. My New Year's resolution was saying, I would like to gain weight. I did not achieve that. So I lost weight. That is the trick, I'm telling you. I completely forgot that trick last year and decided to make a New Year's resolution. And I'm going to read out some of the points to you. It didn't go very well. I'll just let you know that now. The first thing on the list was invest £150 in stocks. I believe I'm a lot poorer than I was last year, so that didn't go well. I also wanted to read one book every month, so that's 12 books in the year, and I read 2 books. One of the books was called Stand-Up Comedy for Dummies. Considering how little he laughed, I don't think it was really a successful read. But still, I think New Year's resolutions are a good thing. I believe it's good to set goals for yourself. It's annoying when the gym gets packed in January though, but they all fizzle out. But yeah, stand up and New Year's resolutions. Don't know where I'm going with this. All right. We will be introducing our next act of the evening.
You've broken it.
Next act of the evening. Next act of the evening. Yeah. You'll probably be able to guess where she's from just by her name. But now we will be introducing Fran! No, there's no point to it.
It's not back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only there's no
No
yoke on it.
problem, no problem. Okay.
I've unplugged it.
No.
Wiggle it.
Okay. So, my name is France, and I am from Belgium. I am not from France, okay? So,
No, get back.
Oh God.
and I am from Belgium. And so I'm studying in the UK for 3 months, and I'm leaving this weekend. So I've been here for 3 months, and I've had the most wonderful time. And so I've spent a lot of time with British people. So now I'm able to tell you what I noticed about these British people, about you. So, first of all, this is no news. Oh, wait, don't worry. An exchange student sees British people. So, So, first of all, you guys say love all the time. And I absolutely love that. For example, I'm at the supermarket and the cute cashier is like, there you go, love. And I just love that. Okay, you guys queue for everything. This is just crazy. You queue for the bus, you queue just for everything. And we don't queue as much as you do. Just so you know, you queue a lot. You guys put milk in your tea, and I was so surprised when I arrived. I was so surprised. I went to a cafe in town and I ordered some tea 2 months ago, and that's what I got. I got like milk, of course, and tea, and I didn't know what to do. So don't blame me. This is what I did. This is a real footage of me.
Shall I help you?
It's supposed to be working. So I can just describe it to you. So basically, this is a tiny cup of milk, and you're supposed to remove it first, and then pour the tea. And I just poured the tea. So the video is quite funny because it's just like a disaster, complete disaster. I wish I could show it to you, but it's a complete real video of me. So you guys put in your milk, and I don't like it. Okay, you guys love change in the political field. That's the only explanation I've come up with, because I've seen 2 prime ministers, so your first is like Liz, she just was out, and then we have Rishi. I hope he's not going to sink, and yeah, so that was crazy, and also, so I've seen 2 prime ministers, I've also seen 2 monarchs.
That's not a wound.
And also, so I told you, my name is France, I am from Belgium, which means I am from Europe, I am from the EU. Remember me? Remember what you told me 2 years ago? You were like, we need to talk. It's not you, it's me. We just want different things. And I've been hearing that now some of you want me back. I've been hearing that. So anyway, you guys love change. Okay, so I'm also an English learner. And I struggle so much. English is so hard to learn. So here are some of the most awkward mistakes I've done in English. So, the difference between a short E and a long E is very important because it can change completely everything. So I went to Whitstable, it's very nice, I love Whitstable. And I came home and I told my housemate, yeah, you got some really nice bitches in Whitstable. I mean beaches, of course, yes. Turns out I was right. You've got some nice bitches in Whitstable. So, this is bitches. And also, you guys have like double meanings, really hard for me to learn, so I'm learning. Yeah, so, my boyfriend is arriving next week, and yeah, so I told my husband, he's arriving next week. Yeah, he has not come yet. And then he laughed. And then, yeah, so I'm learning the hard way. And also, so the difference between an O and an O is very, very important. So important. So I love Coke. And sometimes I'm going to the bar and I'm like, a Coke, please. It's not right. People laugh also. So this is crucial. This is very important. So, I've had the most amazing time in England. You British people are just adorable and amazing, and I hope you know that. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for listening to me, and never forget that you are great, Britain.
That was also Francis, potentially the last time on this hour. So we have another. Really emotional now. we'll swiftly move on to, well, possibly, well, we've had a diverse list of acts come on recently. Today, we've had one black host, but we've still had some non-binary stand-up comedians. We have definitely more coming up, and we now have our least diverse comedian. We're introducing Paul.
It's harsh. I'm diverse. I tick boxes. It's just unfortunate those boxes are high cholesterol, lactose intolerant, convicted sex offender. Not really. I can drink milk. A few months ago I did turn 50. And I suppose now I have to identify as a middle-aged man. I've got 2 teenage children and I've been married for 15 years, so my pronouns are oi and that prick. When you turn 50 though, the worst thing is the things that people say to you to make you feel better. Like 50 is the new 30. Let's be honest, it's not, is it? I don't remember in my 30s one of the numbers in my phone contacts being an out-of-hours GP. I suppose it's inevitable really though that you spend more time at the doctors when you get older. But the worst question is still, Mr. Stour, how many units of alcohol do you drink a week? I don't know the right answer. It's like getting having a new partner ask you how many people you've had sex with. I divide it by 10 and it's still not fucking acceptable. And people assume because you get into your 50s that you're wise. You guys are always coming to me for advice, aren't you? They assume you're wise because you've been around for a long time, but I'm more confused now than ever. I'm really influenced by what I happened to be reading on my phone that day. I didn't know which way to vote in Brexit. One minute I think the Earth's flat, the next minute I think it's round. I honestly think that if I read a well-written article on gay sex on a Thursday, on Friday I'd be teabagging. So I'm not wise. People will find out when you've been married a long time. They say, what are the secrets of a good marriage? I don't know. I don't know that either. I suppose it's common sense, really. Be a good listener. Be prepared to compromise. Don't fuck the babysitter. Pretty good advice for me, because my wife's dad. People also say things like, you must be at one with yourself. You must be comfy in your own skin. I'm comfy in my own skin. My feet look like they belong to a hobbit. My penis now resembles Baby Yoda. My balls now hang so low the cats play with them. But not really, no. I think we can safely say I won't be applying to go on Naked Attraction. I feel sorry for the presenter. Everything would be in the wrong order when the screen went up. Feet, bollocks, knees, Baby Yoda. I did hear recently, I think one of you guys told me, they were considering, was it Love Island for the over 50s? And how embarrassing. Tragedy of having to leave the show early because you got a doctor's appointment. I think there would be a lot of crying though, there'd be a lot of tears. Not because they didn't find love, it's because they didn't pack hemorrhoid cream. You'll never know the pain. I suppose the winning couple though would be the ones that can finish having sex without one of them falling asleep. And what makes me quite sad though is some of my memories of growing up in the 80s have become quite tarnished. Because all people say to you is, oh, there were paedophiles everywhere, weren't there? And yeah, looking back, there was a couple in my street, one at my school, Surprise, surprise, one at my church Sunday school. Shock horror. We did get free biscuits though. So every cloud. Jammy Dodgers, party rings, and chocolate fingers were just some of the accusations. What else have we got? Yeah, I think we're probably moved on since the 80s, and generally, people's attitudes are better, but I do feel that people are quite delicate and easily offended, and I worry for all my favourite movies, the future of them in this current cancel culture. The Full Monty, they wouldn't be allowed to take their clothes off anymore. Fish Called Wanda, that'd upset vegetarians, that'd have to be renamed. Some tofu called Brenda. If E.T. landed in Dover, wouldn't be allowed to send him home anymore. Closest we could get him would be Rwanda, I would have thought. Scream, too loud. Speed, too fast. Fight Club, bullying. 10 things I hate about you, cyberbullying. I know what you did last summer. It's because you put 400 photos of you in a bikini on Facebook. I still know what you did last summer. You put on Instagram as well. And nobody leaves their child home alone anymore, do they? Not since the 80s, unless you're named McCann. Too far? No, Ollie. Naughty Ollie. But when you've got kids this time of year, it's quite difficult if you've got younger children, because they still don't know whether to believe in Santa, and you're trying to keep the mystery going. And what doesn't make it easy is when the dad who volunteers to be Santa at the school fete looks less like Santa and more like Jeffrey Dahmer. He wasn't. We were first in the queue, and I don't think he was expecting us, because when we went in there, he was still putting out a spliff and just drying the ink on his DBS check. But also in there, when we walked out, my son overheard one of the other mums talking about him. And he said, "Dad, what's a nonce?" And I had to think quickly, and I think I dealt with the situation. I said, a nonce is a type of elf. and we thought that was dealt with until Monday morning when I got called into nursery. And it turns out I'd been in tears all day, because when they were casting for the nativity, they wouldn't let him play a nonce. The problem was Mr. Wilson, the caretaker, overheard him say it and immediately handed in his resignation. I think that is all my new stuff. So bless you all. Wish you a happy Christmas. I hope Jeffrey Dahmer comes down your chimney. And you get all you wish for from the nonsense. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
That was Paul. Paul is allowed to say this much because HR is not here right now. So he's allowed to say whatever he wants. Paul is actually a pivotal member in the stand-up society. He does give out good advice. Called him the first time I got hemorrhoids. So I can definitely say he is important to how good the society is. Anyways, we're moving on to our penultimate act. We're moving on to our penultimate act. There was some woos there, but I'm gonna take that because I feel like no one's gonna respond next time I do it. We are now gonna have Joe Graydon!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's right. So the first bit that is about to happen has come due to a conversation me and Ollie have had. We're talking about how it's very, very cold, and as a result, we're wearing extra layers.
Yes.
You fucker. And Ollie went, oh, I'm wearing pajamas under my trousers. And I said, oh, I'm wearing shorts under mine. And now for £10, I will take off my trousers. I've got to be careful. I tried this earlier and I almost pulled everything off.
The things you do for £10.
It's not the first time Ollie has paid me to strip.
No, I was going to say, you usually do it for free.
Look at that. I was really scared that I pulled them down as well, but I'm going to be honest, there's not a lot to look at under there. Not because it's cold, just have a small penis. It wasn't me, he says the one person cheered. Anyway, we're going to move on from talking about my dick. We're going to talk about someone very special, and that is my dad. I really love my dad. He is very special, mainly because my father has recently decided to self-diagnose himself with autism. He's keeps sending my mum shitty blogs which sound like 10 signs your husband is autistic. The third one will shock you. But he's always said for it, and he's never got professional advice, so this might not be true, but he does really struggle with social interactions and social cues. Another sign that he says he's autistic is his obsession with trains. Now that is a stereotype. It's a stereotype that autistic people like trains, and I'll be honest, my dad is not helping that stereotype. I've moved out. I live in Canterbury because I'm at uni here, so I've moved out. As soon as I moved out, he has turned my childhood bedroom into a model railway. I came home the other day, to see my family, and he genuinely got upset that he had to put away his tiny plastic trains. Why? Why? Because he prefers the trains over me. That's the joke. I'm unloved as a child.
So why do you have to get rid of the trains?
Oh. You're not helping my self-esteem, but my trousers are hanging by my ankles. It's all gone wrong. But as much as I'm shitting on my dad, I do love him. And without my dad, I wouldn't be where I am today. That's not because he's, told me to pursue my dreams. Of course not. I'm a drama student. Every father's worst nightmare. But when I say I'm here where I am today because of my dad, I mean that because 20 years ago he decided to raw dog my mother. Look, people get upset when I say that. They go, oh, that's a bit disgusting, talking about, parents having sex, oh, talking about sex, that's gross. Listen, David Attenborough, he gets on national TV and he talks about lions humping and we all applaud. But me, I'm the weirdo. The guy with his trousers pulled down talking about his parents having sex is a weirdo. Shame on you. I also recently found out that I'm born in August, which means I was conceived in November, which means my dad failed November. Like father, like son. Just like my penis, the set has been short, so only France like that one. So that's all I've got. I'm going to awkwardly waddle off stage. Thank you very much and Merry Christmas.
If there was any sign of how the cost of living crisis is affecting students, Joe just offered to strip on stage for £10. I feel like that is a pretty good indicator of how it's affecting the students.
He said to me, where is it? So they sent you.
Anyways, we will now be moving on to our final act of the evening. Wow. I could really tell that you're all so sad you've really enjoyed watching the comedy. You don't want to go home. You want to stay here and watch like 50 more acts, right? Yeah. You don't have to lie. Anyways, our last act of the evening
Well, I put it down a bit.
is James!
Well, I guess thanks for the cold open. But,
I didn't know if you wanted like an introduction.
well, a couple of nice words would have been nice. Ross, funny guy.
He's also hilarious.
And also not a hit.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name's Ent James. My pronouns are they, them. So, you know, two now, I guess. But well, as you already said, you know, as with the new year, tonight is unfortunately coming to an end, and you know, this has all kind of given me a lot to think back on, especially my kind of routines throughout the year. And just out of curiosity, how many of you are regulars here?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck all. This is going to be a great gig. Right, so I noticed that most of my routines kind of end up ending a little bit erratic, so to speak. And this really kind of came home to me one time when I was getting a little bit of feedback, and former President Ross Stapleton had this to say about my kind of dialed down routine. He said as follows, and you know, I thought it was good, but you know, I kind of wanted to see you a bit more manic. You know, I just think this needs a bit more crackhead James. And I was like, is that all I am to you now? Am I just a crackhead to you, Ross?
You're more than that, James.
Yeah, what am I? What am I but a performer?
You're Ent James.
Who's a crackhead? So now, right, I'm off my meds, and I'm going to be delivering you a performance that is pure raw dog me. Okay? Alright, so, you know, like I said, I wanted to make this set a little less derailed, so I thought the best way to do that is to, you know, get to know me. So, basically, you know, my mental state is a mess because I do stand-up comedy. You know that I'm constantly seeking validation because I do stand-up comedy. And, you know, I do drama and history if you watch the sets because I talk about it all the fucking time. But, anyway, first thing you need to know about me, I am an absolute mad gamer. Are there any gamers in the chat, boys? Well, shit. Well, I saw you pick your name up. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Nice to meet you. That's my dad's name. Right. What's your favourite game, Mike?
That's difficult.
Oh, no, it's hard,
I
right?
can say Civilization. Let's go for Civilization.
Yes.
Civ, not bad. Which one?
There's more than one gamer in the room, we found.
Civ 5.
I'm
Civ
Civ
5.
five?
Civ 6.
You'd say Civ 6. Oh, we've got a bit of a civil war in the chat today, boys.
Civil War.
Hmm?
Civil War.
Oh, I like that one. I'm the one doing the jokes here. Not bad, but I'll tell you what my favourite game is, and you know, it's not one of like the hard-hitting ones like, you know, Grand Theft Auto or Skyrim or Red Dead Redemption. It's The Sims 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get me. But it's not because it's, you know, the best game ever made or, you know, the most fun to play or even the most enjoyable one. But I think it's because it is the only one, in my opinion, that has actually captured what it's like to live as a neurodivergent. Right? Think of it this way, right? You're exhausted. You're tired. It's 3 a.m. You have work at 7. What do? You don't go to bed. You have your 7th cup of coffee this evening. That is what you do. You don't go to bed. You drink coffee. That is the only human neurodivergent response to exhaustion. That is a blank page. I am not